Hey guys, Model Man Frank here. What I got here is the remnants of the wing of the crashed Japanese Zero, which I am going to repair. I was thinking about putting landing gear on instead of being this a toss model and taking it off, but what I'm thinking doing now is actually building a cradle where I can launch it down the runway and be able to build up enough speed for it to just take off. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm cutting this open so I can see how bad the damage is. I can feel a lot of crush here. I can feel a little bit here, but not so much. Mostly it's this wing. So basically what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut from this seam all the way across. And we're going to pull off the monocoat to see what is damaged and what needs to be repaired. It was a bad crash. It was a way not to throw the model, but you know, people make mistakes, you know. And when I recognized when I first flew the aircraft, the plane flew really well, but I noticed that it actually, you fly the plane and it actually it launches, but it sinks a lot because it's still building up speed. And hand tossing is not the greatest in the world. It really, I know they tell you to toss all these planes, but you really have to be really good at it. You have to have it in you to toss the plane. So this looks like something 8 there. Oh, I think that was a termite that ate the wood. I forgot. I didn't realize it. This is a pretty old kit. This model was in my father's stash of model airplanes, and I took it out and built it myself. This is a Tom Stryker aircraft. Tom Stryker's P-51 appeared in Model Airplane News magazine from the 1990s, I'm sorry. And I have the plan still for his aircraft. The Mustang is actually sitting here in the shop. I hope to fly it soon, but I really would like to try and get the dolly put together before I do that. Because like I said, tossing airplanes, there's a certain charisma that you have to have before tossing an aircraft. And I kind of policed how it was done first, and so basically, okay, so what has happened from here all the way down to here, all the ribs have crushed because when it hit the wing, this basically shattered. On this side, I don't feel much of a shattering. I feel a couple pieces of shattered, or maybe one or two. Yeah, just one right here. So what's going to have to happen is that I'm probably going to end up having to cut the wing out, or maybe just rebuild all the ribs and rebuild the aileron because I can't find the aileron. So just peel this up, reveal what's going on. So yeah, see this one. Basically every rib on here except this piece here are gone. They all have to be rebuilt. Luckily enough, when I built this plane, I made templates for the strips. And Tom Stryker's plan, he has the templates there. So I'll be able to rebuild this entire wing. And I'm wondering if I should or not just put landing gear in it. Because the wing is built up for it. The landing gear would have to be right here. And I can just put a straight wheel out and just make it like that. I would have to make it with a rudder. And I think I can do that because the fuselage itself, let me bring it over. This is the fuselage here. It's split right here, but I can pull all this off. And then the tail, would be the tail. Now I can put the landing gear in there. I would just have to run a landing gear to be able to steer it all the way down, which I could definitely do. I've done this before. It can be done, just like in the $6 Million Man. So it is possible. It's just going to be a little bit of a rebuild process because the entire fuselage has shifted. That was broke. And you know, with the cost of balls now being very expensive, I want to save as much of this balls as possible and rebuild it with the original balls that's on here. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. So the plane will be rebuilt. It will be rebuilt better than it is. And we will get it back into the flying condition, most definitely. It's not going to be right away, but stay tuned. We will have more on this one soon. So we will have more on this aircraft soon, guys. I guess I'll use the receiver on another airplane. But this bird will have to, all the monocoque will have to come off. This area has to be rebuilt. This cracked all the way to here. So yeah, I can rebuild all this, and maybe what I can do is just put a swivel wheel. I can put it with a dolly in the back here, and just, or put it in a fixed landing gear, and just do it like that. And then, yeah, the motor mount really is strong in here. It looks like it survived the crash. The motor mount itself didn't move, but the cowling pushed in. So that's it, guys. That's the damage that's done to this plane, but it can be fixed. I have fixed worse. So not much in the name of really bad things happen to this aircraft. So plane will get back together, guys. Stay tuned. We'll get to work on this one soon. First, we've got to rebuild this wing, and more to come. All right, guys. That's it for now. And the prop still moves. So, more to come. Model Man Frank out.